You being so in touch with the local scene, is that how you kind of attached to CTC?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So first, what is CTC? Two, how did you get involved in this CTC?
Okay, so CTC is Chaos Theory Creatives, or the Chaos Theory Collectives. CTC is a branding through Brandon, and I believe it was Brandon and Twan who actually came up with the CTC origins,
right?
As far as it goes with that. Me and Brandon actually met years ago through the nightlife scene. I was really big and invested in the nightlife out here,
right?
Like massively.
He seems to know everybody.
Yeah, well, this is why. This is what I'm about to take.
Okay.
So I used to see Brandon because like I'd be at the DJ shit, like at the booth and all that shit all the time, and Brandon would like just make a point, like for fucking ever, to like come up and just say what's up. And he was always respectful. Mm-hmm. He was always nice, well dressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get that a lot with people in the nightlife scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get a lot of people that are like they want something from you.
Exactly.
So and I was very well.
So
still,
zero motive. He just came to
at all. Yeah, just being a fucking good dude, just being nice. And then there was one time after like years of this happening, like years of him just like coming up, like there'd be times where I'd be in the DJ booth and working with the homie and, you know, DJing shit and fucking, or he'd be DJing shit. And I'd turn around and Brandon was right there. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was just there. He was always a cool guy that like everybody in the club liked, security liked him.
Right.
He was just a nice guy, well-spoken, good dude. And then that went on for years. And then there was one night he comes up in the nightclub and I'm like, I'm going into the booth, like into the DJ booth, and we're just talking, we're spitting it up, and he was like, yo, by the way, I do music. He says that to me. He's like, I do music too. He says that to me and then just turns around and dips. And I was like, what the fuck was that?
Really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
He hooked you almost.
I was like, what the fuck was that? And I go into the fucking booth and I was like, okay. Like, hey, what the fuck?
Is this guy good? Or?
Yeah.
Right.
So then time goes on, and then I moved to where we're both at. You know where Brandon's place is at?
Yeah.
So he got that place like a few months before I did. And then like I lived in the same place. The story's about to get a little deep, and I'm pretty sure he may have told you this or told you not, or he may talk about this when he comes on.
Spell it out.
So I was parking my car, which at that time was at a R-Line CC that was completely bored out, black and white, carbon fiber, fucking dark tinted windows, and I wear if I'm not doing this, wearing this or whatever, I dress in a suit or I dress nice all the fucking time. Because I feel if you're a man, you should be represented well.
Right.
That's how I feel. So I was legitimately taking out a gun from the back of my trunk and putting it in my waistline. And this little fucking car, as I'm walking away, this little blacked out car, zooms in, goes zoom, blaring music, rolls down the window about this far and goes, Traj! So I'm like,
nope. Yeah.
The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows I live in this fucking neighborhood.
Right.
I'm a very fucking private person when it comes to where I live.
Blicky in your hand.
Y'all can get this. We don't call that blickies. I call that shit a Glock. So I have that, like, behind me, and I'm rolling up, because he's just sitting in the middle of the fucking street. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the middle of this. And it's not, like, if you see the neighborhood, it's not like a neighborhood that you just fucking run up and blare. Yeah. Like, nobody knew that I lived there, so I was like, what the fuck? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this? So I'm thinking, like, it's going to be some fucking turmoil.
Right.
So I'm literally, like, walking up to the car with my fucking hand on the backside of my pistol that's tucked into my pants. And he rolls down the window, and I was like, fucking Brandon! Like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, I almost drew down on you.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? So then I have to explain that. Mm-hmm. And then, but he's going to tell the story that I almost shot him. That's not how that happened.
I mean, I feel like there's a little validity to that story.
Not at all. I just told you the story.
My hand was on the back of my pistol.
That's not an almost shooting. It wasn't even drawn. It wasn't even drawn. What are you talking about? It's not even. See, this is how court cases get fucked up.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, you're right.